Hi folks, and welcome back to the plot. Good morning, and what a gorgeous morning it is just behind me. Over in that direction, the sun has just broken through. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and it feels very, very special here today, let me tell you. Yesterday, hopefully you saw, we had a proper rain for the first time. We've had a bit of rain down here. It's been a few days where it's been, you know, a decent amount. It's filled up the water butts a little bit, but yesterday it was proper. It was proper. So the plants and the soil have had a properly good drenching, and so have I. I got caught in it yesterday, and I was soaked through. It was really quite funny, but I couldn't even be mad. You know, I was just happy. But the plan is this morning, finally, spend a little bit of time in the nursery sowing some seeds. Can you believe it? Sowing seeds in July. I haven't sown a seed in, must be about 6 weeks, if not longer. So the first thing we need to do is actually get to the seed box, which is slightly easier said than done. I've just seen a snail on here. Where is it gone? Cheeky little beggars. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. So yes, the seed box. I tell you what, I finished yesterday mulching this top bed, took out a few more beetroot, and now it's had the rain. It just looks exquisite, doesn't it? You can't beat a mulched bed and a nice wood chip path. It looks amazing. I could look at that for hours. No, not really. This one does need a bit of a tidy. But it's just, isn't it looking good at the moment? Isn't it just looking really, really nice? I feel like I'm patting myself on the back, but I do just feel like it's looking so good. Some of these carrots might be ready to pull soon. And I tell you what, you could probably be sowing more carrots if you fancy the challenge. Cucumbers have survived another night. Getting sidetracked, it's impossible not to get sidetracked, but in here, oh, just look at it. Isn't it fantastic? Oh, yes. Right, the seed box is like down in the shelves in here. One thing I do need to do actually as well is finish staking all of these chili plants. I showed you what I was doing with the supports in a video just quickly one morning. And yeah, I really need to finish it actually. I only did about, I don't know, a small percentage. So I really shouldn't forget that. I honestly cannot express enough just how magical it feels this morning. We've had loads of just really dreary kind of grey weather, you know, and I don't think I quite realised, but I think it was really affecting my mood, you know. We've not had much proper rain, but just lots of grey, dreary, kind of gloomy weather. After a little while, I think it starts to just get you down a little bit, you know, it's kind of subtle. So to be here this morning after yesterday's kind of proper downpour with the sun just peeking out, I can't stop smiling. Oh dear me. Made getting into this look difficult, didn't I? Right, I have not looked at these in a while. I don't know what's going on with the organisation, so I'll be back in a moment, hopefully. I've brought a flask of tea today as well. First time in a long time that it's been needed, so let's have a look in here and pull out some of the things we can sow in July. Just gone through my seed box and I'm actually surprised at how many things I can find that I can sow. I must say, common thread that I've seen in the comments, there's a lot of people saying they really struggle with July burnout. You know, May and June, very, very busy in the garden. And this is something I have historically been really poor at. I don't know if that's the right word. You don't necessarily have to do this if you don't want to. As a gardener, you can focus on the start of the year and just enjoy that. But I thought this year it would be worth actually making a bit more of an effort. The first thing, some swede. I think I might just rattle through these really quickly. So I found a couple of packets of swede. I feel high as a kite this morning, honestly. The sun, it's just that first bit of warmth coming in. So we've got some swede. I'm going to try this again, which is my Amara kale, which is one that unfortunately bolted for me. Completely my own fault, just left it in the greenhouse far too long. I've got a few different kinds of spinach, another one. really bad time with at the start of the year, just didn't really get going and then bolted. Pretty common if you start it too late in the season or not early enough in the season, sort of thing. Got some more beetroot. This is just a packet, but I've been cycling through loads of beetroot this year, and it seems to have been a good year for me. I get a lot of comments, people saying, "Oh, your beetroots do look good," and now that I finally realised that you just have to cook them for a lot longer than I ever was before, I love them, absolutely love them. So I've got 3 types that I've been kind of going through: Detroit 2, Bolt Hardy, and Chioggia as well, and they're all delicious and they've all been growing quite well. This one, oh, cool. I'm looking at this like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but carrots. I've got Autumn King too, and I bought these at the start of the year thinking I want some Christmas carrots. It's maybe a little bit early for Christmas carrots, but my nemesis, the one that I can never ever get going, apart from the one single row, I think I've got about 6 carrots in there. Oh, Autumn King, we're going to give them a go. There's loads of gaps appearing in the beds, and I think just direct sowing of carrots is just the trick to kind of fill those up. Lots of spring onions to go in. Another one, I've not harvested a single spring onion yet this season, and there's lots dotted about throughout the beds, but they're just like tiny little, not even pencil thin, a lot of them. And last one, I've got one of the chicories, a radicchio. Jessie was talking about one of these in her recent What to Sow videos, and it's something I've never, ever been able to get going. Really poor germination, and then what do germinate just look awful. So that's just a little selection of what I'm going to start. There's a few things I've earmarked for sort of later on. Some pak choi, turnips as well. Another one I grew last year, and they were actually amazing. So that and a few more I'm sure I've forgotten, but let's actually get some seed trays out and get some things planted. I was just too happy almost today, I think. What a way to spend a morning before work. I spoke too soon about the weather apparently. Literally just pressed record and it started raining. So unfortunately I have run out of time. So I do need to get to work, but I can just quickly show you what I've sown. I think I've maybe set out a few too many trays, more trays than I needed. Let's have a quick look. 2 things I really do want to get started: the spinach and the carrots, but they're probably best direct sown. So I'm just going to put these somewhere where I can remember them in the greenhouse first. So hopefully they're dry there and I will see them straight away next time I come down, which should be later today, hopefully. But yes, what have we actually sown? You will have noticed as well, I did get out a little folding table just to save my back a little bit. I had a few comments in the last one where I was doing this just on the floor. I've had a good tidy as well, so we've got a bit more space. And this first one is, I've pricked out a few more lettuce. I've sown some Savoy cabbage seeds and mostly white Lisbon. I just went a bit crazy. I thought, you know, we're gonna finally get some spring onions. And in this one here, I found a really old packet of spinach, and the plan is, I think one of the reasons I get a lot of bolting spinach is because I don't sow direct. So this stuff, as soon as it germinates, pretty much, I'm gonna get it out. But it was, I'm talking, the best before date on that was last year. So we'll still get some, but I didn't want to dedicate the cells to it. But over here, this is a slightly more varied tray. We've got some of the Amara kale at the end. I'm just growing a little bit of that because I want to sample it. It just looks really nice. Also, Amara, what a pretty name. Sometimes I get convinced by the name of something. Then we've got 2 rows of swede. Never tried it before. This is best of all. We'll see whether or not it is best of all. Loads of radicchio because that just never ever germinates for me. And then just a few more beetroot. So nothing kind of absolutely crazy, but it is just so nice to have some things sown. I know that I've got some more things to sow over the next few weeks. I've got this tray, looks a bit messy, but I can just sow into there whenever I need to. And I've got some things to direct sow as well. And I should probably plant out that lettuce, really, shouldn't I? It's just screaming, plant me out. The problem with coming to the plot in the morning is I've got to go to work and I don't want to. I just want to stay here for the day. It's so nice. Alas, thank you ever so much for watching. An extra special thank you to my Chili Pepper tier patrons: Tony, Bill, Pam, Louise, Mel, Michael, I didn't count it, Denise, Socks in the Garden, and Craig. I think that's everyone. Really sorry if I missed you, but hopefully I'll see you again next time.